Welcome back to the Bluechip Breakdown, Vols fans, and happy Super Bowl Sunday to everybody. I hope that everyone's going to be safe today. And we got a big game coming up, man, with the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to kind of talk about all of that stuff. Okay, we're going to look at some prop bets. We're just going to have some fun with it. You know, obviously, we will be also talking about the two volunteers that we have playing in this game. And we are your hosts, okay? I'm Bull. That's P, and that's Cayson. And Cayson is on here thugging it out, man. He's actually got the flu, but he wanted to come on here with y'all because he does love doing this. And Braylon is actually at a basketball game. He's not able to be on the stream right now, and we're doing this on Saturday. So we had to do it today to have it out to y'all by Super Bowl Sunday morning. So I hope that everyone had a good night's rest. And if any of y'all has some bets, I hope that y'all win. So number one thing that we do have to talk about, though, since we are doing this on a Saturday, is that Joakim Dodson did commit to the Tennessee Volunteers. And we saw that there's something that's up on VolQuest with Austin Price interviewing him. We're going to pull that up real quick and just kind of talk about him to start the show off, and then we'll get into all the Super Bowl stuff.
Joakim, you picked Tennessee. What made Tennessee the right fit for you?
Everything. Most of all, it just came down to relationships. That was big for me in this recruit process. So I feel like I had been building this relationship with Coach Matt, Coach Pope, Coach Hype for a long time coming now. So I just felt like the best fit. And just the people, the community, the support staff, just felt like the right fit for me personally with the offense and everything. So that's why I feel like it was an easy decision for me.
For you, I know you've been kind of trending for a while, but then that last visit, that first weekend in February, Junior Day, before the dead period hit, that kind of sealed the deal. What made it about? What closed the door for you on that visit?
Just felt like home. I felt like I was supposed to be there, made to be there. The people, everybody embraced me like I was family. So it just felt like it was the right fit and it was the right time to pull the trigger.
When you look at your game, what's Tennessee getting in Joakim Dodson?
They're getting a dynamic playmaker. Tennessee's offense is built on a lot of grass, making plays in grass. So that's the biggest thing. Big playmaker, vertical threat. And that could definitely make plays and very dangerous with the ball in his hands.
All right, so a lot of things to love about the way that, he was talking, right? Like he speaks well, and then at the same time, everything that he's saying is the same things that we kind of saw watching his film. And, he's listed at 6 feet tall. I see on some places he's listed at 6'2". He's close to about like 180, 185 pounds. And whenever I was watching this film, I said, man, he puts me in the mind of Jauan Jennings, who's a guy that we're about to talk about here in just a minute. But Pete, what are your thoughts on Mr. Dodson committing to our Volunteers?
I like him a lot, man. I think, he's a long kind of rangy guy. Has pretty good vertical speed. Looks like a for sure deep ball threat. High points the ball well, which you always love to see that. Can't have enough of those type of guys. Probably a one-on-one matchup nightmare, I think he'll be. So, like him a lot. I think he'll fit in nicely with the receivers we brought in this 2024 class, and Mike Matthews and Brandon Staley. And like you said, man, you love the way he talks about Tennessee and the relationships he's built. Seems like he probably was a lifelong Tennessee ball fan, and we're happy to have him in the boat. I think he's going to have a good career here for the Vols.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go on ahead and start jumping into our two players that are in the Super Bowl. And number one is Jauan Jennings, and he played at Tennessee from 2015 to 2019, 6'3", 212 pounds. He was a 7th-round pick, number 217 overall by the San Francisco 49ers. And at Tennessee, he racked up 2,246 yards from scrimmage, averaged 13.1 yards per carry or per catch. And he had 19 touchdowns, including a huge one versus those Georgia Bulldogs down in Athens, man. That Hail Mary, and that's the last time that we actually beat Georgia. So I think that there's a whole lot of good omens, right? I mean, like whenever you look at the way that everything's playing out, right? We talk about Joakim Dodson being a lot like Jauan Jennings. Jauan Jennings is playing in the Super Bowl tomorrow, or actually, for y'all today. We've got Dodson committing to the Vols on Saturday. So it just seems to me like a lot of things are kind of coming full circle. And you can call me crazy if you want to, but I think that it's a sign that Tennessee's going to be beating Georgia this season in Athens again. But what are y'all's thoughts, man, with Jauan Jennings and just him as a player from college to the NFL? Everything obviously that he did for the Vols, wearing that number 15. He's a huge fan favorite. But what do y'all expect from him in this game coming up later on today?
Man, I expect Jauan to do what he always does, man. I've never seen him not show up for a game. He's the same Jauan he was back when he wore 15, for the orange and white. He's going to block it through the echo of the whistle. He's gonna get the most out of every single snap he's out there, whether it's pass play, run play goes his way, whatever it is, he's going to give you 110%. And, we always say this, you give me a team full of Jauan Jennings, I'm not going to lose a freaking game. And, he's right now, he's my favorite 15 to wear orange and white for Tennessee. I think we got a guy named Brew McCoy that actually has a chance this season to maybe really get up there in that kind of same breath and maybe even pass this guy. And that's high praise. We know how I feel about Jauan Jennings. But heck, if you go back and watch the conference championship game last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, San Fran was struggling that game. It was Jauan's big catch on that key third down. That's what really sparked their offense and got them going. Goes up, ball's tipped, I think, or whatever it was. He one-hands it across the middle, takes a hit. That got him going, and that's his type of player he is. He ignites that whole team, and don't be surprised if he kind of gets them going early in that game. If they use him as, use his physicality in a block game or give him a quick screen or something just to kind of set the tone early on. He's that type of player. So look at him have a big game, man. He always shows up in the clutch.
Absolutely. No, nothing. All right, yeah. So obviously, man, that was before Cayson's time, so he don't know a whole lot about Jauan Jennings, but he is going to get to see him play a lot later on today, and I do think that he's going to have a really big game. So we kind of talked about some of the prop bets and stuff like that we're planning on doing. So we're going to take a look at, a couple of lines that I made for both of our players, and we're starting off with Jauan Jennings, and I'm going to get P and Cayson. I'm going to get y'all's thoughts on this. So first thing for Jauan Jennings in the Super Bowl, over under 1.5 touchdowns. Are y'all picking the over on that, or are you taking the under?
I'll probably take the under on that. I think he might get 1, but I don't see him getting 2. I don't think they'll give him the ball that much.
Cayson?
How about you, Cayson? Have more than 1.5 touchdowns, or you think have more than 1 touchdown or less than 1 touchdown?
I think have 1 touchdown. So because he's just a dog. So.
Yeah, he most definitely is. So I think he's going to get 2. Okay. And the reason that I think that is because Deebo Samuel is going to be a guy that they're going to be keen on. What's the tight end's name again? Kittles, they're going to be keen in on him. And obviously they're going to be keen in on San Francisco's running back as well. So I think that it is going to provide some opportunities for a dog like Jauan Jennings, who performs well in these types of, big games, man. I think he's going to have a really big game, and I think that he could maybe, outside looking in, maybe he can be the Super Bowl MVP with 2 big-time touchdown catches, and maybe he can help San Francisco win the game. Because, Pete, that was a great point about what happened, in that conference championship game. San Francisco really was about to lose it until Jauan Jennings comes up with a big spark play. That's just who he is, and I do not expect anything less from him out of this game tonight. So let's move on to the next one, okay? We've got over under 3.5 catches. So what are y'all taking on that?
I think I might go with the over on that. I think, like I said, they'll try to give him the ball, some pitches or some quick screens, just to let him get the ball and go be physical. So I can see him getting, 4 or 5 catches in this game for sure.
Cayson?
Think he'll get more than 3 catches?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't get it, I don't know. I mean, like, just so he's above 3, because, what I'm saying, they're going to give him lots of passes, so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you know what? I probably should have set that line a little bit higher because, 3.5 might be low, but at the same time, you got to think about it. It's a Super Bowl. And what Kyle Shanahan likes to do is run that football. So I think that they're going to do a whole lot of trying to run. But, yeah, I'm definitely taking the over with that one. So, and then, too, y'all, while we're doing this, y'all leave y'all's thoughts for the over-unders for our players and for everything else that we're going to have in this show. Leave it down in the comment section so that we'll see what everyone else thinks, okay? Now, over-under for Jauan Jennings. I've got 40.5 yards. What do y'all say?
Man, that's I think that's a pretty good number, for him. I think he'll probably get about 4 or 5 catches. That'd be about 10 yards a catch. I can see him being a guy that try to give him something deep, as well, and he kind of gives him that spark play. So, I can see him definitely hitting over on that, going for somewhere close to maybe even double that number, 80, 85, 90 yards. So, I'm going with the over on that one.
Cayson?
Yeah, I already got it.
Nothing? No? Okay. All right. So, I think I'm going to go with the over too because the Chiefs like to play a whole lot of man-to-man coverage. And it's funny because they've been showing all these past Super Bowls and they showed the one with the Chiefs versus the 49ers, however many years ago that was. And it looked like the Chiefs were doing a whole lot of playing too high safety looks just to try to stop the 49ers from driving the football down the field and, just trying to make them run it down their throats. And that's pretty much what they did. I do fully expect for the Chiefs to come out and play a whole lot of one high looks, bring a whole lot of pressure, and try to find some ways to, stop what San Francisco likes to do. But at the same time, I think that means obviously that the wide receivers will get some one-on-one situations. And Jauan Jennings is just a dog. I don't know how you stop him in single coverage, even if it's a poorly thrown ball. So yeah, I'm gonna take the over with that. Now, the last question is, will Jauan Jennings catch a Hail Mary in this game? And whenever I say Hail Mary, I'm talking about either at the end of a half or at the end of the game. What do y'all think?
I got a crazy feeling he is going to catch one. I got a crazy feeling. I don't know. As this type of guy he is, man, he's the type of guy, anytime the ball's thrown his way, you expect him to catch it. So I think if he's in there on a Hail Mary play, he's come down with it. So I'm going to go, yes, he does.
Cayson, what you think?
Yeah, I like the same. Yeah, definitely get some catching.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, so now let's move on to Trey Smith, 6'6", 320 pounds. And he was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in the 6th round, pick number 226 in 2021. And I believe that Jauan Jennings was drafted in 2020. So we don't really have any stats for him, obviously, because he plays offensive line. And he actually plays right guard for the Chiefs. And he's one of the best guards in the whole damn league. But I've got the over-unders for him, and I've got over-under. Will he give up 1.5 sacks? Are y'all taking the over or the under on that?
I'm taking the under on that, man. Trey Smith's a guy, another one. You talk about Jauan Jennings, Trey Smith in that same ilk, as an all-time favorite for Tennessee ball fans. Love him a lot. Just quick little story about him. I can remember we watched the game with our sister, and she was like, man, why you guys keep talking about this offensive lineman? Why you keep talking about this offensive lineman? We were like, because he's a daggone dog. And it was like, watching this play. And she watched him that play from snap to whistle. And he like pancakes like 2 guys. She's like, oh, wow, I see. And so just that a regular kind of lay person can appreciate what he does on offensive line says everything you know about Trey Smith. But, I got him giving up 0 sacks today.
All right. And Cayson, what you got?
Oh, yeah, I got him giving up 20 sacks.
No. Giving up sacks.
Yeah.
Oh, giving up?
Yeah.
So basically, will he get beat?
Mm.
Oh, no.
I don't. I think that, I could see a situation where potentially maybe he gives up 1. You do have to keep in mind that the 49ers have a great pass rush. So, we'll see what happens with it. But I would take the under on that. I don't see him giving up 2. It is going to be a long game for them. And I do think that Kansas City is going to be dropping back to pass the ball a pretty solid amount. A lot of folks are talking about them, doing a whole lot of running and trying to keep the opposite offense off the field. But I think that the Chiefs are just going to do what they do, and that's let Patrick Mahomes go to work. So, I think he's going to have his work cut out for him. But, yeah, I'm definitely taking the under on that. So moving on to the next one. Over under, 2 pancakes. Does he get 2 pancakes or, does he get less than 2 pancakes or is he going to get more?
So, I'm kind of trying to think of who San Fran has that he would be going up against most plays. But you know what? It really doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I'm still going to bet the over on that because I think he'll work up to some linebackers. They'll pull him out on some screen passes. He'll get on some DBs. He'll put guys on their back like he does every freaking game. So, yeah, I'm going with the over. I think he'll probably get, 3 or 4 of those.
Okay. Cayson, do you think he's going to get less than 2 pancakes or more?
I don't know because I'm exactly on that.
Okay.
So do you know what a pancake is? Yeah. So when he puts him on his back. So do you think he'll put him on the back?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to probably I'm going to take the over on that as well. I can most definitely see him doing that just because he's such a dog. So the next one is, will he get less than 1.5 penalties or will he get more? Okay, so 1.5 penalties. What do y'all got?
I don't know, man. I think he had 2 in a row last game. 2 holding calls. I think they caught him in a row. They're both tick-tack calls. You never really know with these refs. If I had to bet money, I'd probably go with the over just because, whenever you're that dominant, they're going to throw flags on you. So he'll probably get a couple they shouldn't get thrown on him. So I'm going to go with the over on that one.
Cayson, what you got on this?
Wait,
So do you think he will have any flags thrown against him?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, because like these referees are so soft. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the over as well. Maybe like a holding call, because you can call that on any play. And sometimes these referees want to be too involved in the Super Bowl. So I can see that. But then also you got to think about the types of nerves that these guys have. Seems like every single Super Bowl is some false starts, it's some drops, it's all that type of stuff. And this is something I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know. I mean, obviously I've never been in that sort of a situation, so it's hard to say, but I just don't think that I would be that type of nervous. To me, I feel like I would be so ready to play because everybody's watching you. I don't know. I mean, I think everyone's kind of wired differently, but yeah, I think that there will be some false start penalties and things like that. So I'm going to take the over on that one. So that's it for our players in this game. Now, I want to talk just briefly, okay, about who we are picking to win this game. The spread right now is San Francisco favored by 1.5 points. And I think that the over-under is like 47 or 47.5. So what are y'all taking with that, right? Are y'all going to take the 49ers to cover that spread, or do you think that the Chiefs are basically going to end up winning this football game?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Chiefs win this game outright. We kind of talking about this off air. Is whenever I think about Super Bowl, a lot of times I want to think about the quarterback matchup. And to me, I mean, Patrick Mahomes versus Brock Purdy, that's not really a comparison. Now, I do think that, San Francisco does have a good defense, okay? But at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes, we talked about this before as well, he's up there to be considered the GOAT. Like, he's up there already this early in his career. And I just don't see him getting here and dropping the ball. And on the flip side of that, we've seen Kyle Shanahan. We've seen him here in this position before. Falcons 28-3. Somehow he blows it. And once a choke artist, always a choke artist. I think he'll come out here and choke again. And I just got Kansas City pulling this one out. I think they'll win. I do kind of like the over under. I think it will be relatively low scoring. I mean, I guess that's like a kind of an average score for the NFL, but I can see it being like a 27-24 type game, 27-21 type game. And I got Kansas City winning this one outright.
All right. So, Cayson, who do you have winning this ball game tonight?
I don't really care who wins. Like, I just want to be a good game.
Yeah.
So they're like, but Bluechip is really slinging down the field. So yeah, like I don't really care who wins.
Okay, so you're not gonna pick anybody. I'm probably gonna roll with the Chiefs. But this is the thing though, because I've been following the Chiefs. I've kind of been like a low key fan of the Chiefs back since the Colquitts. The Colquitts, we had Eric Berry. Seems like they like to pick Tennessee players, so I've always kind of rooted for them. And I said it earlier in this season that I felt like they would win the Super Bowl just because of Patrick Mahomes. And I don't care what type of stuff that you're going through, in the middle part of the season. What matters is what you do when it counts in the playoffs. And Patrick Mahomes is just clutch. He's been clutch. I think he's always going to be clutch. And that's why, to me, he's up there, 1A, 1B as the GOAT with Peyton Manning. And, I do think that they will win this game. But, of course, I am a little bit concerned. I probably wouldn't put no money on it because Vegas knows what they're doing. And for them to still have the 49ers favored in this one, especially with so many people picking the Chiefs, lets me know that they must know something, okay? So it'll be a very interesting matchup. I think it's two great offenses, two great defenses, very similar styles of play. To me, the 49ers are more of a run-heavy team. And, obviously for me, I would say that the Kansas City Chiefs have got a huge edge with the quarterback because I don't think that Brock Purdy is that good of a quarterback, but I do think that Kyle Shanahan is a great offensive coordinator, and he may not necessarily need the best quarterback to have a Super Bowl championship. This could be his season, but if I had to pick somebody, I'm picking the daggum Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Now, let's go ahead and get into these prop bets. All right, so this is off of sportsbook.fanduel.com, and they got a whole lot of interesting prop bets on here. Okay, we can kind of go through here and see what they're talking about. Let's start off right here with Christian McCaffrey and Isaiah Pacheco to combine for 40-plus yards in the first quarter. Do y'all think that this will happen or not?
Yeah, I think so. I think San Fran's going to run the ball a lot, and I honestly think that Kansas City, I think they'll try to get the run game going early too. I can see them both having, at least 20 yards in the first. So is this the first half?
That's
not the first quarter.
First quarter.
Okay. Yeah, I still think so. I think they'll probably combine for close to 50 or 60 yards.
Okay.
Quarter. And hold on, and this is just from line scrimmage. So this is pass plays too. I think they'll get both.
No. So this is just rushing yards.
Oh yeah, I see rushing. Okay. I'm still gonna go. Yeah, I think they'll get over 40 yards.
Okay. Cayson, do you have any thoughts on this one?
Not really. But they're gonna definitely run the ball for a lot because that's really what lots of teams do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. So the next one, we've got Patrick Mahomes to have 2 passing touchdowns and the Chiefs to win versus the 49ers. So that's like a double edge. So Patrick Mahomes has to have 2 touchdowns and the Chiefs have to win. What do y'all have on that one?
Yeah, for sure. I think he throws for at least 2 touchdowns, and yeah, Chiefs going to win. So for sure on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page with you. I think that will happen. I could definitely see that happening. And I think that we all picked the Chiefs to win. So that might have to happen for them to win. And the next one is pretty much the same question, but it's with Brock Purdy. Do y'all see Brock Purdy throwing for 2 touchdowns and the 49ers winning? I guess we already know the answer to that is actually no, because none of us picked the 49ers to win this game. So that's not going to happen. Okay, now for the Super Bowl MVP, right? So Patrick Mahomes has the best odds, okay, at 145. Then we've got Brock Purdy's got the second best odds. Christian McCaffrey's at number 3. Travis Kelce is at 4. Isaiah Pacheco is at 5. And then Deebo Samuel's at 6. Do y'all like any of those names up there for the MVP of the Super Bowl?
Well, obviously Patrick Mahomes is a very favorable selection there.
Yeah.
But I kind of like what you said earlier. If San Fran does happen to win, I do like a guy like Jauan Jennings coming out of nowhere and kind of being that guy. But I got to go Patrick Mahomes on that one for sure. Okay.
So Cayson, do you have any thoughts on this one?
No.
Okay, yeah. I think that for the 49ers to win, they probably would have to have an MVP performance from somebody that isn't up on this list, just because I think that Kansas City is going to do a good job of trying to take away what they like to do. So that's just my thoughts on it. Now, let's switch over to some of these other tabs and see what they got, okay? Okay, here we go. This is a fun one. Okay, so color of the first Gatorade poured on a winning head coach. And so purple has got the highest odds, and I'm not sure why. I think that the Super Bowl theme color and all that stuff this year is purple, and then orange is at number 2. Then we got blue, we got yellow or green, red or pink, water or clear. So what do y'all have for this one?
Oh, I got orange all day. I feel like Kansas City always pours orange on there. I can just see freaking Andy Reid getting the orange dumped all over him. So yeah, I'm going with the orange on that one.
Yeah. Cayson?
Yeah.
Orange? Yeah, I was thinking orange too. So I think we're pretty much all on the same page. Okay, now, will there be a scoregami? And what that means is a final score that's never happened in Super Bowl history. Now, this says NFL history, but I think that it's supposed to say Super Bowl history. Do y'all think that there will be a score in this game tonight that has never happened in the history of the game?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a typical, 27-24 type deal. So I'd say no.
Yeah. Cayson, what do you think?
Yeah, I would have.
No, nothing. You don't have nothing on that. All right. So coin toss. Oh, and then too, I also think I'm just going to say yes, just for the sake of it. I mean, you got some really good odds right there. If it does happen to be that, you'll win a whole bunch of money. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick yes. All right. So now final scores to, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. But the coin toss. All right. So it's 50-50. But what would y'all take on this coin toss?
Well, I'm taking heads all day on that one. So,
yeah.
I think statistically they say it's more likely to be tails because the head side is technically heavier.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more likely to be down. But I'm still going heads. Have to.
Yep. Cayson?
I mean, heads is my thing. So,
yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. So that sounds good. Let's see if they got anything else in here that will be interesting for us to take a look at. So that's the offensive ball carrier recorded. It's a bunch of them, man. There's a whole bunch of fun ones on here for us to kind of go through. I saw one and I'm trying to find it, but it was talking about Taylor Swift's lipstick color. And the question was, or it was like, what's the odds of her lipstick color being red? And I mean, I would have to think that should be pretty high odds. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't think I've ever seen her not wear red lipstick. But yeah, so I would probably take that bet for sure.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and unless she's in on that bet and she's gonna try to throw people off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's the other part of it is obviously, man, Vegas, they have people everywhere. And I'm telling y'all, they have insider. Like, they have people who, get to the people that the bets are on, especially some of these like novelty type bets. And I already know that they got that thing rigged up, something pretty serious. So I don't know if I would put no money on that, but it just makes you want to put money on it because I've never seen her wear anything other than red lipstick. And of course, the Kansas City Chiefs are red, like they're red, white, and yellow. She's probably not going to be wearing white or yellow lipstick. I don't see her doing that. So anyway, that's pretty much it, man. I think we pretty much covered everything. We just want to do a quick morning show, and we might have another, maybe like a live stream, or maybe like another video later on today, man, with Bray. And man, we hope that y'all are enjoying the festivities, time with your, family, friends, loved ones, and drive safe, man. Like, be smart. Like, let's all come home safe and let's have a great time. But again, man, we're picking the Chiefs. Let us know who y'all picking down in the comment section. Thank y'all for staying all the way to the end. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see y'all probably a little bit later on today. Thanks. Peace.